So we began thinking about the geography of California, and we started very much with the basics, thinking about oceans and bodies of water. And then, so we have this really big map inside the classroom, and Maya, one of our students, I had said that we're going to work off of this one map and kind of create various things on this one map. And she had asked, well, what are the things that we're going to create? What are the things that we're going to study? And so we kind of threw out, oh, maybe national parks in different regions, or maybe this, or maybe that. And she said, well, why don't we just have different maps for all those different things? And that was brilliant. We asked the children what it was that they were interested in studying in relation to the geography of California. And so we had a group of friends that were working on national parks. We had friends that were working on topographical style map of third graders that wanted to do the landmarks, but it was landmark specific to children. A group of friends that enjoy flora and fauna. A really interesting group that was looking at Hamlin's California. So who are we in relation to California, we as a community? And so they did more of an ethnographical study and asked or called for questions, or rather called for photos from the community as to where they've been in California.
We had a climatic map group that looked at the different climate zones of California.
So we created posters and books and journals, and it was all really, that part was really exciting because the kids had all the information, but the way in which they presented it was also different.
We used tech in a lot of different parts of each project. And because they had that fluency with those apps, they were able to really take it in new directions that I didn't even really expect. One example would be the climatic group, which ended up doing a green screen video sort of as a travel channel, where they were trying to convince people to come to each of these cities and what they should pack and what makes that city great. And they just chose cities that might interest them, and then they really got a lot of mileage out of those apps between using iMovie and the green screen app. We were sort of suggesting maybe they would be interested in the California drought, talking about climatic and environmental issues, and they looked at us and they said,
Nope.
Well, I think we're going to talk about travel. And we said, go for it.
But they know that, though. I mean, it was so much more, I don't know,
It was
rich.
so much more them.
Yeah, yes, very much them.
Well, we're doing the flora and fauna.
Flora and fauna is animals and plants.
Yeah. Well, I love animals. Almost everybody here loves animals and plants.
I guess I just really like flora and fauna, and I'm really passionate about animals and plants.
It helped us learn, like when we were researching about it for other people, we were also, for that other people to learn, we were also learning about it ourselves. And we learned where different, like, national parks and cities are located on the map, and where these landmarks are.
And we also learned how to make QR codes in blue water.
Maybe if we do here, no, that leads to the Warner Mountain,
And then we had to figure out what places
they were.
Yeah, and then what we did is we made kind of a spider web with these strings and by region. And by region. So yellow for desert, blue for coast, green for Central Valley, and brown for mountain. I learned that people at Hamlin, I didn't expect them to go all around California, north, east, south, and west. And I learned that it can actually be kind of tough, like to figure out a picture.
And so, to me, there was a lot of peer-to-peer discourse and kind of just learning from one another in a way that you always hope for, but that you don't often see. I was teaching a skill set, but they were teaching each other something bigger.
There were so many skills learned. There was research, there was drafting and editing and revising, there were artistic components, there was lots of STEM, and there was also just a lot of creative brainstorming and a lot of creative freedom for them.
this project superseded anything that I would have ever expected. I thought that it was going to be one map, and the map was going to be multifaceted, but it became six different maps, and 6 different groups, and 6 different, and all the great, I think the wonderful thing was that it was all the same skill set, but it was approached in a completely different way. And it was entirely, I believe, like very child-centered and student-driven.
Well, we really got to like personalize it, and like we could show our work in many different ways. Like we decided to do postcards, but then some other people even did like diaries and QR codes. So we got to really specialize ours.